Hello everybody, welcome to theCUBE. Lots going on. Here's our lineup. Another take on the email revolution. Obama slams domestic violence. Snoop Dogg inhales cannabis startups. The Social Watch and more. But we're starting with a news flash. Hit me. And we're off with some big drone news. Alibaba is making its first trial drone deliveries in China as e-commerce rival Amazon.com struggles to start a similar program in the US. Asia's largest internet company has begun to deliver ginger tea packets to 450 Chinese customers who volunteered for the one-time drone test. The flight, if successful, would give the budding commercial drone industry a big boost in China. Netflix is continuing to surprise us with their choice of original content. According to the Wall Street Journal, Netflix and Nintendo are working on a live-action series based on the very famous game series, The Legend of Zelda. The series would follow Link in his quest to save Princess Zelda in the high fantasy world of Hyrule. Netflix describes it as Game of Thrones for the family. Few other details about the show were given, but who needs details? It's Zelda. Careful what you say around your TV, it may be listening. A single sentence buried in a dense privacy policy for Samsung's internet-connected smart TV advises users that its nifty voice command feature might capture more than just request play episodes of Grey's Anatomy. Please be aware that if your spoken words include personal or other sensitive information, that information will be among the data captured and transmitted to a third party. The policy reads. So yeah, now Samsung knows what you did and said last summer. That's smart. Indeed, now here are people reading out loud real privacy policy from different services. It's good stuff.
I allow this app to record audio at any time without my confirmation. That's pretty terrible.
This may allow the app to share or save my calendar data regardless of confidentiality or sensitivity. It's offensive.
I give this app permission to modify calendar events and send emails without my knowledge.
I give the app permission to read my text messages.
Read my text messages?
Read my text messages. What?
I allow this app to modify my contacts.
To modify my contact.
Modify my contacts. That's scary.
I give this app permission to read my personal profile information. Ugh.
Give the app permission to use my precise location. It's not something that I think anybody else needs to know.
I agree to let this app automatically turn off airplane mode.
Turn off airplane mode.
Is that real? That's insane.
I give this app permission to read all data about calls on my device. Yeah, that's up.
Why would they do that?
That I'm actually kind of surprised about.
And these are real?
Is that true? Oh my God.
Yep, that's true. Okay, let's move on. Messaging apps and social networks have overtaken email for many consumers. Now a new email app hopes to reverse that trend, bringing people back into the email fold by adopting messaging app ideas. TLDR, meaning too long, didn't read, focuses on breaking down emails so that users are only exposed to what they must see. Structured like an easy-to-navigate social network feed, TLDR allows users to swipe left and right, delete or send a quick reply to an email, which, by the way, is limited to 30 words. However, there is an option to add longer text if needed. TLDR was developed by Ami Ben David, the co-founder of another famous Israeli startup, smartphone launcher Everything.me, and just before he soars to change the way you send emails, we have him here in the studio to talk all about it. Good evening.
Good evening. Hi.
So 30 words?
30 words is just a summary. If an email is like 3 pages long, you write a summary in the beginning with just what it is that you want, basically, and then you can continue and write whatever you want after that. So the email is not really limited. It's just that we're encouraging people to say what they want at the beginning of the email.
Well, why do you think that's needed?
Actually, it's something that happened almost organically. We didn't invent that. TLDR actually started happening in the tech scene. People started noticing that they're spending more and more of their time on email, like 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day on email. And then suddenly I started seeing long emails that are preceded by a small summary in the beginning that just told me what they want. And sometimes it saved me like 10 minutes of reading the whole email just to understand what they want. So I decided to make an app out of this. And that's how it was born.
Okay, well, I want to ask you, what is wrong with emails? Why is everybody saying now that emails have a problem and we need to reinvent them? What's the problem?
Well, if you have a platform that everybody's using, yet everybody hates, then there's a problem. Ask anybody if they like their email.
They hate it because it's work-related and nobody likes their work.
It just takes forever. It takes forever. And one of the reasons that it takes forever is it's very easy to create a new email and send it to everybody, and then you're on the receiving side of that, and it's just more work for you to read more and more and more. And sometimes I just wished people would just say what they want. And one of the things that we kind of understood was that somehow over the years it became polite to write long emails, because email started as a replacement for mails, for letters. And in letter you say, "Dear sir, how are you? How was you?" and so on, and best regards and so on. On WhatsApp you just say, "Are you coming?" like 3 words, and nobody thinks you're impolite. And I think that in this day and age where everybody's so busy and bombarded with so many messages, short is the new polite.
Short is the new polite. I don't know, for me emails is the only place I can still be I can still write a large amount of text that it will be not only polite, but the logical thing to do.
So, if you write a long email here and there, it's fine. But if you're in a work environment where a lot of emails are being exchanged between large groups of people, at some point it becomes just laborious. And one of the key things that we've done is, aside from writing short emails, is the way that you actually read the emails. We've turned reading emails from a filing cabinet kind of system where you go inside and read and go out and go inside and read. We turned it into a Facebook-like interface. So basically you read emails as fast as you read your Facebook, and you just swipe through them, and you can answer straight in the feed, and you can just get rid of it in the feed. And what you see is the beginning of the email. And if you want to click for more, you just tap it and it opens for more. If there's a picture, you see the whole picture in the feed. If there's a link, it's just like Facebook.
Well,
now, people
if you say that short is the new polite and it's just like Facebook, well, we have Facebook and we have WhatsApp. So why do I need TLDR?
So what is email unique for? Email is different from all other messaging in that you don't need to be in the same on the same network with other people in order to communicate with them. I could have a discussion with you and somebody here outside within 2 seconds. All I need is your email and her email, and we're in a conversation. And that's the beauty of email. If somebody invented email today, it would have been the biggest messaging innovation ever. It's just, and it still is huge. Email is bigger than WhatsApp, Facebook, and text messaging put together in terms of volumes. It's still huge. The only problem is that it's huge but very old. And the new messaging applications are so short and so quick, so efficient.
Okay, what's your edge or your take on Google's Inbox or Dropbox mailbox?
I think that they still remained within the old way of trying to organize the mess. But none of them has a feed. It's not something that you can read. It's not about quick. It's about organization. And I think that the problem with email is not how you organize it. It's cutting it down. It's cutting it down to the basics, so you can actually go through 30 emails in a minute instead of going through 3 emails in a minute. If I could save somebody half an hour of their day every day.
But who's your target audience? Who gets 30 mails a day? I mean, people, it's a work thing.
The average mails coming to a person is more like 50 a day. But in some places, in workplace, you could get 200 emails a day. Mid-management manager in the US would get as much as 400 emails a day. Now, when you get 10 emails a day, you don't see the problem. When you get 400 emails a day and you can swipe through them like you're swiping through Facebook, suddenly you're spending a day and a half out of every week just reading emails and going through them. It's a huge problem, and it's not fun, it's annoying, right?
Wow, I want to get 400 emails a day just to use an app that will make 400 emails a day feel like, I've spent just 10 minutes reading them. Last question, can a small Israeli startup compete with, the huge competitors from abroad, Gmail, Dropbox, etc.?
I think many Israeli companies have done it. It's an international market. When we launched, maybe 40% of our audience was from the US. It's an international, there's no barrier to going from Israel and doing great messaging applications.
No barrier indeed. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. President Obama opened a new internet campaign last night, and he decided to open it during the Grammy Awards. Obama appeared at music's biggest night via a pre-recorded video stating that nearly 1 in 5 women in America has been a victim of rape or attempted rape, and 1 in 4 women has experienced domestic violence. It's not okay, and it has to stop, Obama said. Artists have a unique power to change minds and attitudes and getting us talking and thinking about what matters. Obama asked millions of the CBS telecast viewers to go to itsonus.org and make a pledge to stop domestic violence. We here at The Tube join his call.
Good evening, everybody. Tonight we celebrate artists whose music and message help shape our culture. And together we can change our culture for the better by ending violence against women and girls. Right now, nearly 1 in 5 women in America has been a victim of rape or attempted rape. And more than 1 in 4 women has experienced some form of domestic violence. It's not okay, and it has to stop. Artists have a unique power to change minds and attitudes and get us thinking and talking about what matters. And all of us, in our own lives, have the power to set an example. Join our campaign to stop this violence. Go to itsonus.org and take the pledge. And to the artists at the Grammys tonight, I ask you to ask your fans to do it too. It's on us, all of us, to create a culture where violence isn't tolerated.
Obama. Now, celebrities are turning into tech investors left and right. Just look at Ashton Kutcher or Dr. Dre, but none of them is Snoop Dogg. The DOGG is reportedly raising a fund to invest in startups that focus on legal cannabis products. According to TechCrunch, the rapper is trying to raise $25 million to fund small startups aiming to make money off growing interest in legalized cannabis. Snoop is one of our fave internet-savvy celebs with his very own stoner talk show online. He's also a very enthusiastic Redditor and a Reddit investor. We want to invest in you, Snoop to the dog. Now, Lil Bob is already one of the biggest stars in the world. She has books, shirts, her own TV show, and now she'll have a reality show. The kitten will guest star on America's Next Cat Star, an Animal Planet special that'll seek out the country's hottest new famous cat. The winning feline will be chosen from a pool of headshots and clip submissions posted on the TV special's website ahead of the May 2nd broadcast. Those looking to make serious cash off their cats should start filming right now. I know, I don't really get it. I thought there's already an American Next Cat competition and it's called the Internet. Well, here's a reminder to the stardom of Lil Bob from her own talk show. Meow.
Comes an extraordinary, one-of-a-kind cat. A magical space feline who has captivated the hearts and minds of the human race. She is real. She is a girl. And now, for the first time ever, she has her own show.
Just a random cat, I don't get it. Now for the social watch, we want to make you cry. And it seems that Google is on it too. So here's their new Android ad that will make you tear. It got 6 million views in 4 days. It's an ad for an operating system. Take a look.
Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, laughing back and forth at what the other has to say. Reminiscing this and that and having such a good time. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Never ever thinking there was danger in the water they were drinking, they just guzzled it down. Never dreaming that a scheming sheriff and his posse was watching them and gathering around. Robin Hood and Little John running through the forest, jumping fences, dodging trees, and trying to get away. Contemplating nothing but escape and finally making it. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
Wow, be together, not the same. That's how we should end the show, because the show is over. Thank you very much for watching. Log on to our Tumblr, our Twitter, it's at Tube24. We'll see you tomorrow. Be together, not the same. Goodbye.